Okay. Hi, I'm Ashley C at CC Shrink on Instagram, and this is my weight loss story. Numbers. My starting weight was 311 pounds. As recorded, could have been more, but that's why I decided to actually look and face my fear. My current weight is anywhere between 175 to 180. So I've lost about 130 to 136 pounds on a great day. My starting measurements were bust, waist, hip 49, 51, 55. My current bust, waist, hip is 38, 35, 44. So I've lost 11 inches off my bust, 16 inches off my waist, and 11 inches off my hips in these 2 years. My target goal is to be 160 pounds. My ultimate goal is just to be healthy, just to add some years onto my life. So was that I lost my father and my grandfather back to back within 3 years due to weight related issues, weight related health problems. It started with high blood pressure, hypertension. With ignoring those major health problems, actually for both of them, it kind of spiraled into deeper diseases, heart congestive failure, kidney disease. I saw both of them go through dialysis. And after losing my father, I was very much on my grandfather and on his health decisions, what he would eat. And he listened to me a lot of times, but a lot of times, you know, I'll cook some healthy things. I had already started my journey when he did pass. He passed in November of 2015, and I started in June. So I started to like cook my own recipes, start controlling the sodium and the sugar that I'm eating. Tried to pass it on to him because I knew how important it was now that he didn't have a choice. And you know, he'd still go out to fast food places and grab some food here and there, and then maybe come back and eat what I cook or what my grandmother made. But those health choices mean so much. I really want to stress that to you all. Like, do it now. Don't wait until you go to your physician, your healthcare physician, and they tell you have a problem, and now you're trying to maintain the health that you have and trying to turn things around. Every time I went to the doctor, I remember saying to myself, like, I'm okay? Really? Like, that's it? Wow. Like, just grateful. And eventually I'm like, I'm not going to get that many more chances. I think I was, in 2015, I was 24. And I was just like, I'm going to run out of chances playing around. And I knew I had to change my life. Just for, honestly, of course, cosmetic reasons. You want to be able to fit the cuter clothes, you know. It was a life dream of mine. Want to have a good summer, you know, go out, feel really good about yourself. But beyond that, like, what really matters in the end is how long you live, how short you cut your life due to what you put in your mouth, what food you're eating, you know, what you choose to consume, what you choose to consume instead of other healthier things. It's all about balance. So my motivation was really just seeing real life examples that you will lose your life playing around with these foods, playing around with high sugar, high salt, and then the lack of other things. So in place of what you are not eating, which is what you should be eating, you're filling your body with all these toxins. You're getting full off of empty calories, and then you wonder why you're only full for a second. You can never really feel satiated. And I bet you if you spent the same amount of calories that you ate in one 1100 to 1600 calorie McDonald's meal, if you ate that much in vegetables and fruit, you'll be done for the day. That's what fiber is for. That's what real protein is for. You'll realize quick once you do turn it around that you're eating the wrong things, and your body is actually craving what you need, the nutrients and vitamins that you need. And that's why you can never get full, because you can eat all of the McDonald's fries all day long and still crave something else, or still feel sick because you're not. What have you eaten green today? How much water have you had? You know, like, have you had any of the major superfoods that are out there? Have you even heard of a superfood? What is maca? What is acai? What is agave instead of honey. Do you use honey? Are you still using white sugar? Are you using coconut palm sugar? What is high glycemic, low glycemic? What is that? Like, if you don't know any of these things, please go research it now. What is apple cider vinegar? All these great things that we have instead of these medicines they use to fix us, that actually kill us. There's so many things in nature that are just in abundance that we neglect or don't even know about, just because we're miseducated, not because we're not smart, but just because that's what's readily available to us. Randomly just ran across this book. I think it's by Dr. Michael Aziz, called The Perfect 10 Diet. And I was compelled by it because the first thing that it says when you first crack the book open is like, this is not a diet, but you already picked me up, so read through. Something along those lines. And I'm like, okay, I gotta buy this book. It's $1. It's definitely within my budget. And it looks like it got something to say. So I immediately started reading it. I finished it in like 3 days. He was basically talking about hormones and balancing them and how they control your diet and the effects of your weight. And that really just put my mindset in a different perspective. I definitely didn't think of hormones at all, or like ghrelin and all the things that control your hunger and emotional eating and stress, all the outside things that will cause you to gain weight that you really don't have control over unless you really start from the inside. There's no quick fix for those. A little background on how I did it. First things first is research, research, research. I read every book I could get my hands on. Spent hours on hours of watching YouTube, Googling everything, trying to figure it out. Read journals, book upon book. I became obsessed with weight loss and anything health related, and I still am. I could never know enough. As far as the exercise, I did like 3 rounds of T25, Shanti's Beachbody program, 25-minute program. That worked well. It was really cool for me because they had modifiers, and as I became more comfortable, I moved up on what I could do, and I was comfortable from the beginning to the end. Also, I love to dance, so I joined the local Zumba classes at the park in my town. Shout out to Ted Watkins Park. I also do like the Culver City Stairs. I take advantage of where I stay. I'm not really too much of a gym person, so I work out at home in nature somewhere just so I can enjoy my scene and really take it all in. As far as eating, I adopted the Paleo-X diet. Just no bread, low bread, no rice, mostly vegetables, and high protein. Lots of water, no soda, cut all the sugar, low salt. Pretty much it'll change your life. What does body positive mean to me? It is self-compassion. It's loving you the whole way through this journey. It is knowing that this is not a race. It is most definitely a marathon. I know that I will never be done because I can always improve. And it's just being positive about yourself, loving your own body in all of the process, loving others' body, appreciating other people's shapes and size, and knowing that it's all beautiful at the end of the day. Just appreciating you. Body positivity is just that. It's just being positive about who you are and where you want to go, and just staying up. Don't let all of this bring you down, because it is a lot of work, but we can all do it. My starting tip is to do your research for yourself. Know your body type. Do a physical assessment. Take before and after pictures. Very important. So blessed to take my before pictures. It is amazing to see how far I've come, physically, mentally. Take those pictures. See what body type you are. Research what would probably work for your body type. Don't go with what everybody else is doing. Don't go with the diet and the fad of the time. There are so many ways to do it. Just find the way that works for you. Big tip is don't deprive yourself of anything. If you love chocolate cake, you figure out how to make that chocolate cake without flour. You figure out how to make enchiladas with whole wheat tortillas. You figure out how to have what you want, but in a way that will not ruin what you're trying to do. You can pretty much have whatever you want, but just make sure that it's in line with your goals. So I hope to educate others. I hope to at least lead others to the resources available. Google, YouTube is a lot of what I use to lose the weight that I lost. I wouldn't mind becoming a certified nutritionist one day. That's on the list of to do right now. I just want to master it for myself and move forward with that. But I'm hoping that just with my story alone, I'm inspiring lots of other people. I want to sincerely thank Wlstories at Weight Loss Stories at Wlstories on Instagram for motivating me as well. Major life changer, game changer is seeing other people like myself. Back then when I didn't have motivation, when I didn't think it was possible, when I couldn't figure out how to get there, seeing other people's stories inspiring me, having a platform to share their story with the world, how they did it there, before and afters, their successes, their failures, all of their attempts means so much, because sometimes you just want to know it's real, that it's possible that somebody, maybe your age group or your ethnicity or, you know, living in the same town that you live in did it, and that will let you know that you can do it. At Wlstories is great for that, and I thank you, and I hope I inspire you as I've been inspired by them.